Tonight, the remembrance of the tragedy at Mother Emanuel continued with a vigil in front of the church, led by pastor and community activist Reverend Thomas Dixon. It's a vigil that started the night of the Charleston Nine murders, and it's a gathering that the community has been having ever since. Tonight, meeting for the 10th time. Webb Wright was at that ceremony and tells us what the atmosphere was like. Webb?
Well, 10 years later, this vigil continues as a way to keep the memories of those that died fresh in the minds of the community, a night of love and forgiveness, but also anger and frustration. Those gathering tonight believe not much has changed in the decades since one of the most horrific tragedies, not just in the Lowcountry, but in our nation's history. And that tragedy certainly shakes the Lowcountry to its core. Throughout the evening, people began bringing flowers to the makeshift memorial on the gates of the Mother Emanuel AME Church before that vigil began to mourn 9 deaths in a city known as the Holy City. Mother Emanuel, a longtime symbol of that moniker. Those gathered tonight wanting to make sure those that died are not forgotten. A community coming together in a show of love, strength, and yes, in some case forgiveness, but also a sense of frustration that not enough has been done in the decades since this tragedy. They point to what has been called as the Charleston loophole, which opponents say allowed the shooter to get the gun he used to claim 9 lives 10 years ago. And in the decades since, the state is still one of only 2 left in the country without a statewide hate crimes law.
My whole goal is to make sure that children feel loved, and when this happened 10 years ago, it just really cemented my beliefs that children need to be, everyone needs to be heard and felt equally.
Those who have the power, those who have the authority to actually mitigate the grief process that they're in right now by doing something meaningful and significant and as simple as passing a hate crimes bill and closing the Charleston loophole, they refuse to do the right thing.
Now, the Clementa C. Pinckney hates crime bill has been stuck in the Judiciary Committee since January, and community members expressed frustration over the fact that the bill has yet to be passed almost a decade after this tragedy. Tonight, as the vigil wrapped up, a lot of emotion, a lot of tears, but also a lot of resolve from a community that says they will be here every year, and if it takes every day, even every day, to see what they hope will one day be justice and equity for the Charleston community. Working for you, Webb Wright, News 4.